Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this, coming to you live to tape from the Chaos Lounge here at Chaos Headquarters. Fans, I have a lot of news and notes and information that I want to bring to you this morning. First off, thanks for being here. Follow me on all social media platforms, and you know what that is. Here on the mothership, Guardian of Chaos on the YouTube channel. Now I want you to like, subscribe, share, and tap that bell for all notifications. Get us in the algorithm. We're coming up on well over 300 subscribers. We want to grow this channel. We're concentrating here on the Chaos YouTube channel. We have over 1.1 thousand videos that have been uploaded in the last 2 years. In the last 3 months, I've done over 175 reality shows. That's right, reality TV here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. There's nothing else like it. No super chats, no paywalls, no PayPal, none of the above. What you see is what you get. One man, unique, unscripted, unedited. That's what happens here. No bells and whistles, no music, no openings. What you see is basically reality TV. You want to call it a podcast? I cover it all in the IWC. Again, here on the YouTube channel. Follow me in real time on Twitter, and that's at Big Daddy GOC, and the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. If you tap that profile link, that will knock you over here on YouTube. Of course, on Instagram, it's the Guardian of Chaos. On Facebook, there's 2 accounts. Jay Brony, that's right, Jay Brony, and Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian in honor of my heritage. Follow me on Truth Social at the GOC Big Daddy. Follow me on Rumble, Gab, Gitter, Parler. I cover it all in the IWC. Fans, thanks for being here. This is my stress reliever and what I give back to you guys in the trying times that we're living through in 2022. So with that being said, it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's the AEWDynamite live to tape watch along here on the channel. We have a lot of things coming up, so we're quickly here on a Wednesday morning going to give you the news, the notes, and the good and the bad and the ugly for AEWDynamite tonight. It's going to be a slobber knocker, as JR says. I say it all the time, every Wednesday night. But TK, the EVPs, TBS, TNT, whatever they're doing over there in AEW, they're doing a lot to bring the fans in. They're consistently averaging about 1 million fans every Wednesday night for their live shows. Rampage, it's in a tough spot on a Friday. Did I say splot? I meant spot. But you know what Bully Ray said to me back in 06, 07, while we were having that tag team run for the NWA World Tag Team titles, where I was managing the Outcast Killers, Diablo Santiago and Oman Tortuga against Team 3D, Bully Ray and Bubba, a.k.a. and Devon Dudley. Perhaps the greatest tag team of all time. Bully is a 2-time Hall of Famer. They have their own pro wrestling school. Devon in Florida. Bully here in the Constitution State, Bubba, if you will. And he's a co-host on Sirius XM with La Greca, who founded that over 13 years ago. Mark Henry, the Hall of Famer. Tommy Dreamer, who should be a Hall of Famer. And we know how controversial Bully Ray is. He said to me back then in 06, 07, in tables matches that we were in. Yes, and I took the what's up? He said to me, give the Guardian of Chaos Big Daddy 6 spots, and he'll fuck up 5 of them. I consider that to be a compliment coming from Bully Ray. I don't care what anyone else says. And I know I tell that story all the time, but it's true. It's history. That's what you get here with the combination of over 50 years as a mark, a smark, a fan, a historian, a professor, a scout, whatever it is that you want to call it. That's what I've done. Studied hours of videos in my over 3 decades as a pro wrestling manager. Not to mention, I'm also a 2-time Hall of Famer. Class of 2019 for the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, to go in with the likes of Gary Michael Capetta, Bill Apter, Slick Wagner Brown. Wait, Slick was there, but from the Brotherhood, Trey, the smooth operating gangster. The widow, the mistress Belmont, unbelievable female grappler. There were so many talented guys that went in that night. Romeo Rosselli and Antonio Thomas from the Heartthrobs from the WWE, all in that night. And J.J. Dillon was there to present the awards. The legendary Rich Palladino. More than you can imagine, the people in attendance and other classmates that I'm forgetting here, but it just was an unbelievable night. And then, of course, in 2020, the class at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, the inaugural Hall of Fame class with Pretty Paul Roma, Mario Mancini, Paul Perez, Big Dave Paradise, Sergeant Ralph Murray, and yours truly. So truly blessed, humbled, and honored, and that's why I relay the stories, and this is what you get here on this channel. So I will be back tonight, and we'll pump it out there quick. No one else is doing this in the IWC, this kind of content live to tape. Yeah, I get it. It puts 10 pounds on your camera, maybe 20 on me. This is an unbelievable sweater that I have on. It's not really a sweater, but unique, kind of like the GOC, a gift. So we figured we wear it here on air. I'll put this up as a promo and as a premiere. Isn't that the new word? Let me have a little sip of the Java. No, I'm not a Red Sox fan. It's the wife's cup. I am a over 50-year New York Mets fan. Let's fucking go Mets. And every time I swear, because my granddaughter will be here soon, that's why I do this early, I have to put money in the tip jar. You can't be cussing. And let me give, of course, none of this would be possible without my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So let's start there. Stay close to the big man and your family. Hold on, let's get a Java. Enjoy the touch of class here at Chaos Corner in the lounge. Cheers. Nothing like the Java. So tonight, this is what we have. They have announced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perhaps 6 matches. There's always an announcement that you don't get until you tune in live and know what's going to happen. I don't believe there's any more big announcements. We already know what happened with the Forbidden Door coming up this summer, June 26th, I believe, in Chicago, which is one of the mainstays of AEW. It's going to be the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Super Show. Well, the Forbidden Door, if you will. And now if you think about it, it's also going to include Ring of Honor, guys. You know that. So let's call this an AEW New Japan Ring of Honor Super Show. And that'll be Sunday, June 26th in Chicago. It's going to be an unbelievable event. As if you don't understand the Japanese wrestling, the no-sell, the strong style, to me, Japanese wrestling in that style was fantastic back in the 70s and the 80s, even into the 90s, but it's lost a little bit of its luster. But this is a huge merger that's going on here. The Forbidden Door, and you know Ring of Honor, under the ownership of TK and AEW now, will be in there as well. You've seen it every show from Rampage to Dark. Well, not really Dark and Elevation, which I cover with Jesse, the Chi-Town Smart, on Mondays and Tuesdays. We do a lot of scouting over there. He's the host, and I'm the one of the moderators on the channel. So we're following everything AEW. Nothing gets by the GOC when it comes to AEW or the IWC in general, because I cover it all. AEW, WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, MLW, the NWA, Impact Wrestling. There is so much going on right now. It really is unbelievable. No better time to be in the business right now, to be covering it, to be a talent, to be a fan. And speaking of other content creators, big shout outs to the professor over at PWZ Podcasts. Of course, JD from Off the Script, the Chi-Town Smart Jesse, of course, the OG of all this, Don Tony, and big props to my buddy up in Beantown, Joe Cronin. So all the guys, yeah, and I guess I'm a Cornette guy too, but certainly not his politics, religion, and his stances. Shut up with that, Corny. Can we keep it to the... Yeah, can we keep it to wrestling? And of course, you know, and every time I say, of course, take a sip of your coffee or your water or something. Or if you watch this at night, that'll be the drinking game, because I've said, of course, about a half dozen times already. Different channels that I moderate for. I moderate on Don Tony's channel. I moderate on Heel Jesse Chi-Town Smarks channel. I moderate on the Wrestling Council with Comic Book Bob and Hollywood over there. The Wrestle Council, if you will. So we're staying busy, we're staying active, plus what we're doing here on the channel. Let me get back to what we were talking about, because I'll be here all day. We're over 10 minutes in on the opening monologue. Again, we were talking about the Forbidden Door. Let's not forget, also coming up, before I get on to tonight's, and this is what we're here to talk about, is AEW Dynamite tonight. Wednesday, May 25th, AEW goes out to Vegas. They go out to the Sin City. Wednesday, May 25th, Dynamite, live. Friday, May 27th, Rampage, live from Sin City. And of course, May 29th, the big one, at the T-Mobile Arena, Double or Nothing out in Vegas. It's going to be an unbelievable event. It will be pay-per-view. They haven't announced a lot of things yet, of course, but it's right around the corner. Double or Nothing is coming up on May 29th. To me, a bigger show than what's going to happen with the Forbidden Door. But I'll say that to say this, because I tell it like it is. It's me. It's me. It's the GOC. Thanks for being here. Tonight on TBS, they're coming to you from Philly, at Temple, on the Temple campus. And I noticed they do a lot of the college and campus arenas. Pretty smart by AEW Dynamite and what they're trying to do besides the big arenas. And again, as I said, averaging just about 1 million every Wednesday night live. So everyone's out there, oh, it's the same fans, this, that, there's wars between this, WWE, I hate to use that word, WWE, because what's going on in the country, WWE, AEW, Rampage, 500,000, 600,000 sometimes, but it's a tape show, tough time slot, not making any excuses. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly here. That's what you get. So what, on the Temple campus in Philly tonight, here's the matches. Serena Deeb against Hikaru Shida in a ladies' Philly street fight. I'm going to say that to say this when it comes to AEW. I give the good, the bad, and the ugly, whether it's Mercedes Martinez against Thunder Rosa, whether it was Dr. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. Great matches, unbelievable, the different hardcore matches that they've had. This is going to be a Philly street fight. I've seen some other great matches as far as that with the women, but getting a little bit too much, a little too extreme. Can we have some traditional wrestling? I get it, Khan. Big fan of New Japan, Ring of Honor, ECW back in the days. I understand that, and some of it's been fantastic, but a little too much, to me, in my opinion, when you continue to use coffin matches and hardcore matches and steel cage matches and exploding death matches and everybody's bleeding in every match. Let's not lose the impact here. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Speaking of that, that was a heck of a pay-per-view for Impact Wrestling off of this past weekend. And again, if you're not watching Impact, as far as the other organizations, let me get back onto AEW. So that's tonight. These ladies have faced each other before in Japan. Serena Deeb, former NWA Ladies Champion. So Deeb and Shida tonight. Again, not crazy about all the hardcore stuff. Whether it's the guys a little bit more, I'll take it. But the ladies, let's get down, especially when they're good, solid grapplers. Tonight, this is going to be one for the history books. FTR, Harwood and Wheeler, multi-time tag team champions, been together forever. Basically related and brothers. Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler. Tonight they square off for the Owen Hart qualifying tournament, which will be held, I believe, May 11th. These guys have never had a crossword. They're like brothers, they're families, the whole 9 yards, if you know the history, plus their history and their tribute to the Harts themselves. Molded themselves after Owen Hart and Bret Hart and what they mean to them personally. And at one point, before he swerved everybody, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Bret the Hitman Hart, rumored to come over and manage FTR. And I said I hit the nail on the head. I was ahead of the curve, but you don't always, as Don Tony says, you don't always have to be first. You want to be right. That came back to bite me in the ass because I believe Hart signing with WWE. But those two will be facing off against each other tonight. Harwood versus Wheeler, FTR, the current, AAA tag team champions, Ring of Honor tag team champions. Am I correct about that? I believe I am. Tonight, they face off in the Owen Hart qualifier. That one is going to be priceless moment and classic just because of that. It's an instant classic. Also, tonight, CM Punk. Punk like Mussolini and Gandhi. I'm the cult of personality. The old man brand, the over 50 demo god. You guys get it. Not my best rendition. No copyrights here, please. Come on, come on. CM Punk will be in the booth for the Harwood Wheeler match, along with Excalibur, JR, and Tony Schiavone. And of course, that's again, are you counting the of courses? Justin Roberts, aka Justin Price, my old buddy from back in the day. I'll see you down the road, brother. You're looking good, man. You're tremendous. So proud of you, Justin. And you did it all on your own, brother. I mean, we all have help, but you understand. 3-time TNT champion, the Spanish God. No offense, Sammy. Sammy Guevara. Again, I referred to Bully Ray earlier. He'll be with Tay Conte, I'm sure. Taynara Conte. It's a little sickening the way they're portraying it, but I get it. It's entertainment, man. I hope it doesn't come back to bite you in the ass. In a rematch against Scorpio Sky, the former champion. Now, remember, the last time we saw Sammy in a ladder match, it was against Cody Rhodes. What an unbelievable bout. One of the best ladder matches I've ever seen personally, or at least in the last decade. Cody, who's now the American Nightmare, a.k.a. American Dream over in WWE, after being an EVP. Here, we know the whole story there. So Guevara and Sky, now you know with Sky, unbelievable athlete. The heat-seeking moisture missile, Dan Lambert, will be there, I'm sure. All ego Ethan Page, and the former MMA boxer who's really not adapted to the business yet, although she's easy on the eyes. Paige Van Zant, I'm sure they'll all be lurking around. I like Lambert. And Paige's all ego is underrated. He's good on the stick. So Guevara and Sky, again, I'm sure Taynara, you saw the hockey fight between Paige Van Zant and Tay Conte. In real life, I'd like to think Paige would knock the shit out of her, but that's another story for another time. So that's tonight in a ladder match for the TNT title on AEW Dynamite. Also a match that I'm looking forward to, the bounty match, so to speak. We already seen Wardlow, who you know I'm a fan for. I like his style, his look, where they're going, their storyline, the emotional vet investment, the whole MJF connection. He's still under contract with MJF. Wardlow, who beat the heck out of the Butcher last week in a very, it wasn't very good, but it was a solid match, a physical match. Two big guys, and you know I'm partial to that. So Wardlow tonight, the bounty is still out there from MJF, and who comes to take it and pick it up? If you saw it last week, Jake the Snake Roberts, sweating buckets of butter or something. Jake, I hope you're okay, man. Even though we still have that thing between you and I, Jake the Snake Roberts, and that snake. Someday, Jake, someday, good always wins against evil. Remember that. So Jake comes out, and Lance Archer, the murder hawk monster, if you will, has taken up the bounty. He's next in line for Wardlow. I'm not crazy the way they're using Archer. I think he should be just used a totally different way. But so Jake will be in the corner tonight, if he can make it. Jake, bring out the Moppine or something, will you please? I love you, brother. Jake will be with Archer tonight against Wardlow, and you know MJF will be making an appearance somewhere. And I like that whole storyline, the way it's being written out between MJF. But how many big, huge guys or tough opponents is Wardlow going to get through before we get to MJF, who's rather slight, in good shape? Not a small guy, but compared to Wardlow. So we'll see what happens. That I'm looking forward to tonight. And then there's going to be the insanity, the mayhem, the chaos, yes, pun intended, of the 10-man tag team match tonight. Adam Cole, boom, baby. Looks like a thinner version of, let me not go down that road. Adam Cole teams up with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and of course, Red Dragon, who I've got new respect for, O'Reilly and Fish. What are they calling themselves now? If they can all get along, this whole 10-man tag team match. The Undisputed Elite take on this menagerie of young talent. Listen, they can jump out of the building. These guys are all going to be future stars. It's going to be one to behold. It's going to be, again, pure chaos. And I am the guardian of chaos, and I tell it like it is. We know that. Dante Martin, Lee Johnson, Brock Anderson, Arn Anderson's kid, and the Hollywood Blondes, Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Of course, Arn Anderson will be at ringside, I'm sure, since his kid is going to be there, in a 10-man tag team match. So Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, Red Dragon, against Dante Martin, who's literally going to jump out of the building. Lee Johnson, Brock Anderson, and the Hollywood Blondes. Now, you know they have no chance, but this match will be all over the place. I say it every week, whether it's Rampage, Dark, Elevation, the Battle of the Belts, consistently on Dynamite. The matches, especially the older guys, the veterans who have been around, continue to make these younger guys and carry them along and adapting them in the ring, and they put out solid bouts. I'm not saying the booking or the story writing or the creative or the different maneuvers, flip-flops, knee slaps, people waiting for each other, the referees being useless. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, but you got to enjoy it. It's a good product, and it's a solid product, and it's a good, much-needed, viable alternative. 3 years in, think of what they've accomplished. So that's what you're going to see tonight on AEW Dynamite, here for the live to tape watch along. Plus, I'm sure there's going to be something that they don't put out until you show up live. So tune in tonight, fans. That's the card that we have. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be entertaining. At least you get to know me. This is what reality TV is, reality show is. This is what a host is, who makes it relatable and talks about things that you want to hear, and you feel like you're connecting and you're right here in the lounge or in the bunker or in the headquarters or in the executive room. That's what you get here at Chaos Corner, the connection between you and I, because you know what's going on here. Wars, rumors of wars, biblical prophecy, Planet X, the environment, famines, supply chains, politics, immigration, the borders. Pray, repent, be the best person you can, live your life. Certainly don't live in fear, live in the faith. Continue to stay with your family, close-minded people, do your research, your critical, independent thinking. And again, with the big guy, we're all going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You heard it from me to you. So thanks for being here. I think we ran over a lot of different things here for AEW. I don't say covered. Go back and check out the channel. Look at the previous videos that I put out there. I do the retro reviews. They're coming back even stronger than ever. Did I say ether? Feather? Again, refer to Bully Ray, Bubba Ray. The retro reviews from all the different companies. The live to tape watch alongs here that I do. My 30 plus years of different videos that are here on the channel. We're well over 100,000 views. We're in its infancy. We're trying to grow this just to give back to you, to spread the word. This is my stress reliever. This is what I bring to you, and I hope that I bring that to you. And I'm going to do this regardless whether you're here or not, because out of love, out of passion, this is what I will continue to do. So stay here for the Guardian of Chaos on the YouTube channel and all the other social media platforms. You'll get dips, dabs, bips, boops, and we'll go from high energy to relax. No Red Bull yet. It's going to be a glorious day and a glorious week. Stay here. Don't you dare miss it. Entertainment personified. Let me give a big shout out to my family down at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling in the Paradise 4 this weekend, April 30th, point blank, down at the East Haven Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling Training Facility. I will be making an appearance. Also, don't forget, coming up on June 29th, the Wild Wild West at the Cadillac Ranch at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling will be on Fight TV as we bring an unbelievable adult over 21 hardcore show to the Cadillac Ranch, the legendary yeehaw Cadillac Ranch here in the Constitution State. June 29th, it'll be on Fight TV. I'll be doing the announcing along with Talkin' Tommy Saban. All the stars will be out at the Cadillac Ranch. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling is going wild, wild west. We're going country, baby. Don't you dare miss it. I'll say that to say this because I tell it like it is.